A classic is born, introducing Things Fall Apart, a novel that has left an indelible mark on the world of literature. Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart is a very important book, not just for its literary merit, but for its cultural significance. It was published in 1959, a pivotal year in the history of African literature. This was a time when many African countries were fighting for freedom from colonial rule, a period of intense political and social change. The book tells the story of the Igbo people in Nigeria, capturing the essence of their culture and traditions. It shows their life before and after the British arrived, highlighting the profound impact of colonialism. Things Fall Apart was one of the first novels to tell an African story from an African point of view, a groundbreaking achievement. Before this, many books about Africa were written by Europeans, often from a biased perspective. These books often showed African people and cultures in a negative light, perpetuating stereotypes and misconceptions. Achebe's book was different. He wanted to present a true picture of his people, one that was authentic and respectful. He wanted to show their strength, their traditions, and their struggles, painting a vivid picture of their way of life. Things Fall Apart became a voice for African people, a powerful narrative that resonated with readers around the world. It helped change how the world saw Africa and its people, challenging preconceived notions and fostering a deeper understanding. The novel's impact extends beyond literature. It has become a cultural touchstone, influencing generations of writers and thinkers. Today, Things Fall Apart is studied in schools and universities around the globe, a testament to its enduring relevance. It bridges the gap between the past and the present, offering insights into the complexities of Nigerian society. Achebe's work has been celebrated with numerous awards and accolades, cementing his legacy as a literary giant. Readers from diverse backgrounds continue to find meaning and inspiration in its pages, making it a truly universal story. Things Fall Apart is more than just a novel. It is a powerful exploration of identity, culture, and resilience. As we reflect on its themes and messages, we are reminded of the enduring power of storytelling to connect us all. The rise of Okonkwo, a man of strength and fear. Things Fall Apart tells the story of Okonkwo, a man whose life is a blend of strength and fear set against the backdrop of the Igbo society. He is a strong and respected warrior in his village, Umuofia, known for his prowess in battle and his unwavering determination. The first part of the book shows us how Okonkwo became a great man, rising from humble beginnings to a position of power and influence. We learn about the Igbo people's customs and traditions, their vibrant festivals, and the intricate social structures that define their community. Okonkwo is driven by fear, a deep-seated fear that shapes his actions and decisions. He is afraid of being seen as weak like his father, Unoka, who was considered a failure by the village. His father was lazy and owed people money, living a life of shame and poverty. Okonkwo works hard to be the opposite of his father, dedicating himself to farming and wrestling, earning respect and admiration. He becomes wealthy and has many wives and children, building a large compound and securing his legacy. He is successful in war and in the village, his achievements celebrated by his peers. But his fear makes him harsh and sometimes cruel, leading to conflicts within his family and community. His relentless pursuit of strength and respect often blinds him to the needs and feelings of those around him, creating a complex and tragic figure. Exile and change. Okonkwo's world upended. The second part of the book starts with a terrible accident. Okonkwo's gun explodes, killing a young boy from his village. Because of this accident, Okonkwo is sent into exile for 7 years. He has to leave his home and everything he knows. He goes to live with his mother's family. This is a very difficult time for Okonkwo. He feels lost and without a place in the world. While he is in exile, things begin to change in Umuofia. White missionaries arrive and start converting people to Christianity. They bring new ideas and ways of life. The fall of a warrior tradition confronts the future. When Okonkwo returns to Umuofia, he finds his village is not the same. The new religion and the white men's government are changing everything. Some people welcome these changes, but Okonkwo hates them. He wants to fight back and keep the old ways alive. But many people in his village have turned away from tradition. Okonkwo feels betrayed and alone. In a final act of defiance, Okonkwo takes his own life. His death is a tragedy. It shows the pain and confusion of a world caught between two ways of life. Section 5. Clash of Cultures. The white man arrives in Umuofia. One of the most important themes in Things Fall Apart is the clash between cultures. Achebe shows how the arrival of the white men disrupts the Igbo way of life. The missionaries bring a new religion that challenges the Igbo people's beliefs. They tell the Igbo people that their gods are false and that their customs are wrong. The white men also bring a new system of government. They impose their laws and try to control the Igbo people. This leads to conflict and misunderstanding. Section 6. The old ways versus the new, a society divided. The arrival of the white men divides the Igbo society. Some people, like Okonkwo, cling to the old ways. They see the white men as a threat to their traditions and beliefs. Others are more accepting of change. They convert to Christianity and embrace the new ways. This division creates tension and conflict within the village. Achebe shows how colonialism not only brings about a clash of cultures, but also tears apart the fabric of society. Section 7. Being a man in Umuofia. Okonkwo's struggle with masculinity. Masculinity is a very important theme in Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo's whole life is driven by his desire to be seen as strong and masculine. He believes that a man should be tough, stoic, and in control. He rejects anything that he sees as feminine or weak. This fear of weakness leads him to make some terrible decisions. He is harsh with his family and even participates in violence against his own people. Okonkwo's story shows how societal expectations of masculinity can be harmful and destructive. Section 8. Can we fight fate? Destiny and choice in Okonkwo's life. The theme of fate versus free will is also explored in the novel. Okonkwo believes that he can control his own destiny. He works hard to overcome the shame of his father and achieve success. But he is also trapped by his own fear and his rigid ideas about masculinity. In the end, his choices lead to his downfall. Achebe leaves us wondering if Okonkwo's fate was inevitable or if he could have chosen a different path. Section 9. Achebe's voice, telling a story in Igbo and English. Chinua Achebe's writing style is simple yet powerful. He uses vivid imagery and dialogue to bring the story to life. One of the unique things about Things Fall Apart is Achebe's use of language. He writes in English, but he also incorporates Igbo words and phrases. This gives the reader a sense of the Igbo language and culture. It also reflects the reality of life in a colonized society where two languages and cultures are constantly interacting. Section 10. A legacy of understanding Things Fall Apart in the world. Chinua Achebe's seminal work Things Fall Apart is not just a novel, it is a profound exploration of the human condition and the forces that shape societies. Things Fall Apart is a powerful and moving story about a man and a culture caught in a time of great change. Set in pre-colonial Nigeria, it follows the life of Okonkwo, a respected leader in the Igbo community, as he navigates the challenges brought by the arrival of European colonizers. It is a story about colonialism, about tradition and change, and about what it means to be human. The novel delves into the complexities of cultural identity, the clash between traditional values and foreign influences, and the inevitable transformation that ensues. The novel has had a profound impact on African literature and on global perceptions of Africa. It opened the door for African writers to share their own stories and perspectives, challenging the dominant narratives imposed by colonial powers. It helped to change the way people view Africa and its people. By presenting a nuanced portrayal of African life, Achebe's work dismantled stereotypes and offered a more authentic representation of the continent's diverse cultures. It gave a voice to the voiceless and challenged stereotypes. The novel's influence extends beyond literature. It has inspired social and political movements, empowering individuals to reclaim their heritage and assert their identity. Things Fall Apart remains a classic of world literature. Its themes of resilience, adaptation, and the struggle for self-determination resonate with readers across generations and cultures. It is a book that everyone should read to understand the complexities of colonialism and the richness of African culture. Through its compelling narrative and vivid characters, Things Fall Apart offers invaluable insights into the human experience, making it an essential read for anyone seeking to comprehend the intricate tapestry of our world.